There's a thing they called association, guilty by association. If you know someone that's doing drugs and you're around them, or someone has drugs and they're in your car, you can go to jail just because they got the drugs. The police not hearing that it wasn't your drugs. All they saying is association. How we know that you didn't give them the drugs? How you know y'all wasn't going to sell the drugs? How do you know? Association. So that person destroyed your life. It takes two or more anything to create anything. There takes a woman and a man to create a child. There takes many people to get together to produce a company. See, whatever you do at home, you still need the computer or books, material, knowledge, wisdom. You need a lot of different things to put together, bring together, and you need other people to be stationed in certain areas so that you can be able to produce what God has called you to produce. Now, as we begin to understand that, you understand that you didn't do it by yourself. I did it through faith. Faith is my trusting. Faith is me saying, I trust in God with all my heart. Faith is knowing God will do what He said He would do. Faith isn't believing God would do. See, we have to come from believing God to knowing God will. See, if my God will supply my every need, and when I make that statement, I gotta know that he will do it. I gotta have no shadow of a doubt. I gotta come from just believing and to knowing. See, if I'm trusting in the Lord with all my heart, then that means I'm believing God will make a way. God will bring it to pass. Now, in Habakkuk, let's go to Habakkuk. And in Habakkuk 2:2, it states, let's go over here to Habakkuk 2:2. And I want to read it from the Amplified version as well. Because I was reading the Amplified version, I kind of like the way it said it. And in Habakkuk 2:2 it says, 2:2 and 3, it says, and the Lord answered me and said, in the King James Version, write the vision and make it plain. The Lord said, write the vision and make it plain. Upon the tablets, that they write the vision. Let me repeat that. Write the vision and make it plain upon the tablets, that he may run that read it. 3. For the vision is yet for what? An appointed time. But at the end, it shall speak. Whoa. At the end, it shall speak. Your vision shall speak in the end. Seed time and harvest, you must have patience. As you begin to put your vision together, in the end, it will speak. That means it's going to come alive. It's going to come into the natural realm. It comes from here into there. It comes from just an imagination into a thought, into words. And it will speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. Though it takes its time, wait for it. Because it will surely come and it will not tarry. You see, in Isaiah 40, it says, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. Now, in the Amplified version, it says this, Habakkuk 2:3, it says, the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and engrave it so plainly upon the tablet or on the paper or wherever you're writing on, that everyone who passes may be able to read it. So you got to make it very clear, very plain. When you're trying to sell an idea, you must be clear about where you're going with it. Because if you don't believe it and you don't have faith in it, who will? Read it. Okay, so let me start over. It says, the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and engrave it so plainly upon the tablets that everyone who passes may be able to read it. It is easy and quickly. Read it easily and quickly, as he hastens by. 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, and it hastens to the end, fulfillment. It will not deceive or disappoint. Though it tarries, wait earnestly for it, because it will surely come. It will not be behindhand or it appointed day. So what is he saying? He says, as you begin to write the vision, as you begin to write things down, there's a time that takes. It's like you're bringing it from here, from your imagination, from your thought process, from where you're getting it from a thought, and you begin to place it on paper. And as you begin to place it on paper, you see, let me give it to you like I wrote it. Okay, as we begin to write the vision, our minds begin to get a clearer outlook on what's going on. As we begin, the more you begin to write, the more you find yourself adding more, the more you begin to see more. It gets a little clearer. You begin to get clearer as you begin to write it down. It becomes clearer, it becomes more broader, because the more you write it down, the bigger it gets. The insight into how the dream is being established. See, because now in your dream, you begin to understand how you can become, you begin to know, you get the insight on these dreams of being a real estate agent or a nutrition, a bodybuilder, or how to have your own building, an entrepreneur. This vision, I began to, as you begin to write the vision, you begin to know who and what you need. You begin to know who and what you need to contact, who and what you need to contact, who and what you need to talk to, who and what you need to influence and to reach and obtain. And then as you begin to write it out, you begin to understand the necessary things you need to obtain this goal. As you begin to write it down, you have a time schedule so that you be able to connect to the right people and get the necessary things. Where I need to go on the website, where I need to do this, where I need to do that. And who I need to invite, introduce, and enlist into this vision. See, because we always want to bring people along that God didn't even call to be a part of a vision. And then as we begin to do it, we begin to see that we have vision stealers. And then we begin to have people that come in, they begin to tear up the whole understanding. You ask yourself, did God really give me this? That's why you must pray on the people that you need to pray for, God to lead you to the necessary people, places, and things in order to take that vision to the next level. Sometimes you need to hold it for a minute before you release it. You see, it says, write the vision and make it plain. Joshua 1:8 states that it says that meditate upon the word both night and day. Well, meditate. So as I begin to write my vision, I have to start thinking about the vision. I have to start saying, how do I bring this mission to pass? So then I begin to write it down. I begin to do research. I begin to meditate and research. I begin to get scriptures. I begin to get certain things to begin to impact this vision. See, because if you look at anyone's vision and dream, whether it be church or worldly, everyone has a little of the word in their mission, a little bit of the word in their mission and their vision. So I have to find scriptures and certain things as I begin to impregnate myself and get the word inside of me, I begin to see God producing. See, because when God created me, He said, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. God said that as you begin to reproduce, God said even when He produced, He said, be fruitful and multiply. But then He said that He told man that they must subdue and dominate the sea, the air, everything that He created. He said, I want you to subdue and dominate. So that means that there's no way in the world that I should be lacking for anything. See, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want for anything, because as I begin to seek the Father, He will begin to bring all things to me. But I must begin to turn from believing to knowing that my God shall supply my every need. Now, as we go to Matthew